Welcome back to Wager Talk TV. I'm Ross Benjamin of WagerTalk.com. I have a couple different options for you in terms of cashing winning tickets tonight on Game 4 of the Western Conference Finals between the Oklahoma City Thunder and the Minnesota Timberwolves. Scheduled to tip at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Folks, before I get to my pick analysis and picks, I should say, not pick, not singular, but plural. I like to wish each and every one of you a happy Memorial Day. Be safe, have fun, enjoy your family and friends. And let's not forget the people who had the ultimate sacrifice for our country to defend our freedoms. Let's keep them in their prayers and thoughts as well as their families, and also give thanks to all the veterans out there who served our country and helped protect us and our freedoms each and every day. So happy Memorial Day. All right, so right now the Oklahoma City Thunder is a 3-point favorite to total at 219. And this game opened with Oklahoma City at -4 and the total at 216.5, and it's moved to 219. So as always, I try to make sense of a move, whether it be sharp or a public money. And sometimes there's no conclusion you can come to. But in this particular instance, I'm very confident that the total moving from 216.5 to 219 is an overreaction to what bettors saw in Game 3 when there was 246 points scored. And that included 143 by the Minnesota Timberwolves. Raise your hand if you saw that coming. Now put it down because you're an absolute liar. All right. So the source that I use shows an overwhelming amount of money going on the over in this game, as well as a ton of betting tickets going on the over as well. So in my estimation, in my professional opinion, this is a public and not a sharp move on the total. And keep this in mind, too. Since the 2020 NBA playoffs, any round 3 away team like Oklahoma City that has at least one win in the series, and they had 39 rebounds or less in their previous game, which they did in Game 3, those away teams have played 15-2 to the under in round 3, and that's a 90.4% win rate on the under. And if the total in those games was 215 or and a half or greater, that situation improves a 6-0 to the under. So a lot of history here with the NBA playoffs over the last 6 NBA playoffs, I should say, that leans heavily toward situations like this playing under the total. Let me say that again, okay? Since the 2020 NBA playoffs, any away team playing in round 3 that has at least one win in a series, like Oklahoma City does, and they had 39 rebounds or fewer in their previous game, like Oklahoma City did, 15-2 to the under since the 2020 NBA playoffs. The average total in those 17 games was 215. The combined points scored averaged 205.4 points per game, so well under the total. And again, if those games had a total of 215.5 or greater, then there was 6 situations like that. All 6 went under the total. So again, this points toward the under. I'm a thorough believer in NBA betting angles at this time of year. They work very well, and they have to make sense, and this certainly makes sense to me. Let's not forget, these were 2 of the best defensive teams during regular season action, and despite Oklahoma City allowing 143 points in their previous game, they still are only allowing 105 points per game during playoff action. In Minnesota, they're allowing just 103 points per game during the postseason. So I'm going to go with Oklahoma City and Minnesota to go under 219 in Game 4 on Monday, May the 26th, Memorial Day. I also have a lean on going under in the first half. I very seldom double dip in terms of having the same total in the first half and the game total, but this is an exception to the rule. The over and under in the first half is 107.5. And I always tell people if you're seeing 48% or less than 49% of the first half total as opposed to the game total, they're begging you to take the over in this situation. So that's the case here. In game four NBA playoff games since 2021 that have a first half total of 106 to 110.5, they've played 38-10 to the under in the first half. That's 79.2%, and that includes 4-0 to the under this year. So again, folks, any game four of the NBA playoffs, 106 to 110.5 totals in the first half are 38-10 to the under in the first half since 2021, 79.2%, and that includes 4-0 to the under this year. Let me know who you like in this game. Do you have something different than what I just gave you? Do you have a winning side in this game? Speaking of winning sides, I have the winning side, a 5% NBA best bet winning side on tonight's game between Oklahoma City and Minnesota. You can get that right now at wagertalk.com for just $35. And folks, my NBA 5% best bets, 39 and 24. Since 2021, 62%. My NBA playoff selections, 5-1 with my last six, and since 2022, 141 and 101 with my NBA playoff premium picks, good for 58% and a net profit of $11,517 based on $100 bet per unit by our grading system. We have a great special going on right now, and you need to take advantage of this so you don't overpay during the summer months. Memorial Day to Labor Day special, $579. It's an all-access pass for the handicapper or handicappers of your choosing. And again, that's going to get you all the picks that each and every one of us at wagertalk.com puts out through the entirety of that 98-day period. That amounts to less than $40 a week and around $5 per day. So take advantage of that offer, folks, and you can get that from me at wt.buzz/RB. That's my personal link at wagertalk.com, wt.buzz/RB. And again, I'm also on a 15-6 Major League Baseball run as well. So a lot of good things happening right now in the NBA and Major League Baseball for yours truly, Ross Benjamin. Until the next time, take care and God bless, folks.